Need a gift that won't break the bank? I'm counting down 11 of my favorite woodworking project ideas you can make for free with scrap wood. Hey there, I'm Scott. Thank you for stopping by. I'm the owner of sawsonskates.com, where I share easy woodworking plans and space-saving workshop solutions. Birdhouses make excellent gifts, adding visual appeal to outdoor spaces and allowing you to connect with nature. I spotted a log cabin birdhouse in a Facebook woodworking group a while back. I was taken by its creativity, so I took a screenshot and filed it in my project ideas folder. Later, while working in my shop, I noticed some narrow strips I had left over from ripping boards to width, and it instantly clicked. They would make the perfect logs for a cabin. After drawing a quick sketch, I grabbed my scraps and got to work. I made my log cabin with scrap pieces of pine, which isn't rot resistant, so it's not the best choice for outdoor projects. While it may only last a short time, I was able to make it for free from my scrap pile, so I consider that a win. If you'd like your birdhouse to last longer, you may want to choose a rot-resistant wood like cedar instead. However, I wouldn't recommend pressure-treated lumber as it contains chemicals that could be harmful to birds. I've shared other birdhouse plans and received nasty messages because I didn't provide a way to clean it out at the end of the season. I researched it and learned that cleaning them isn't essential. However, to make cleaning easy, I made the cabin's bottom detachable so you can remove any debris or nesting material left inside. I'll leave a link for the log cabin birdhouse plan in the description box. A thrift store find inspired this pedestal-style trivet project. Taking the design a step further, I transformed it into a charming centerpiece with dovetailed feet featuring 3 glass tea light holders that add warmth and ambiance to any table. Functional and elegant, it's perfect for dining rooms, coffee tables, or wedding tablescapes, and it makes a great gift. The project that inspired this centerpiece was made from 5/4 pine, which I had left over from another build. While this thickness is common around here, I've heard from do-it-yourselfers that it can be trickier to find in other areas. Don't worry. You can easily adapt this project for almost any thickness and wood type you have. Want to take your candle holder to the next level? Use rich hardwoods like oak or walnut to increase the visual impact, or create a striking contrast by using different wood species for the top and feet, making the dovetail joint the star of the show. For safety, I suggest only using flameless LED candles in this holder. I'll leave a link for the tea light centerpiece with dovetail feet in the description box. Has anyone ever given you a project idea that's clever, functional, and affordable? That's what happened to me recently when Gerald, a faithful reader with a passion for the metric system, suggested making a wooden handheld bottle opener. He makes his top poppers handle using scrap wood and an inexpensive washer for the opener itself. I thought it was brilliant, especially as a gift idea for birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, or even a stocking stuffer, so I decided to give it a try with a few tweaks to its size and shape. Gerald hit the nail on the head when he cautioned that it's important to consider the type of wood you use for this project, saying, "It must be sturdy enough to sustain the stress of opening a bottle. Softwoods like pine just won't cut it," pun intended, as they dent too easily. Hardwoods like oak and walnut are the way to go. They are super sturdy, and their beautiful grain patterns make for a stunning result. This project doesn't require a lot of material, so it's a perfect way to use your cutoffs. I used some cherry and white oak I had lying around, and they worked great. You can transform your bottle opener from functional to fabulous with a laser engraver. If you have access to one, you can personalize your opener with names, initials, or quotes for a unique gift or conversation starter. Are you ready to uncap your creativity? I'll leave a link to the bottle opener template and plan in the description box. Do you have a dog lover on your gift list? Give them a fun and functional way to organize their four-legged friend's essentials. This wall-mounted leash holder, shaped like an adorable bone, features 2 hooks for hanging leashes and 2 shelves for storing treats and other supplies. The idea for this leash holder started when I had some hooks left over from making a key holder. Inspiration struck again when I placed my pup's food on his bone-shaped dog bowl stand. Then, it hit me. Why not combine the 2 projects to create a handy holder for organizing my pup's essentials? And just like that, I brought the 2 projects together to make this adorable holder that adds charm and functionality to any space. I used scrap pieces of pine to make my holder, but you can use any wood you have on hand. You can even mix and match wood types, such as light-colored wood for the bone and darker-colored wood for the shelves. And don't worry about drawing the bone shape. I included a template in the printed plan. All you need to do is print it, cut it out with scissors, trace it onto your board, and then cut it out with a scroll saw or jigsaw. I'll leave a link for the bone-shaped dog leash holder in the description box. Coasters are a fantastic, useful gift that's surprisingly simple to make with just a few tools and some leftover wood. My friend owns several vacation rentals, and one of the items he constantly needs to replace is coasters. He usually buys them at a thrift store and puts out a stack at the beginning of the ski season, but they're all gone by springtime. So when I saw a photo of miniature pallet coasters in a Facebook woodworking group, I had an idea. I could make him an endless supply of coasters using the scrap wood I have in my shop. These easy-to-make mini pallet-shaped coasters are attractive and functional, protecting your furniture from ugly water stains. You could use almost any scrap wood to make them, but I recommend using a soft wood like pine. I used a pin nailer to attach the parts, which can have difficulty penetrating hardwoods like oak. I had a pile of narrow strips left over from ripping boards to width, and that's what I used to make my coasters. I'll leave a link for the mini pallet coaster plan in the description box. Do you have a baker on your gift list? Add some feline fun to their kitchen with a cat-shaped oven rack puller, also called an oven rack push-pull stick. It's a simple kitchen gadget you use to pull out and push back hot oven racks safely. It's typically made of wood with 2 hooks that fit over the rack's edges, preventing you from touching it and burning your hands. Recently, while traveling, I saw an estate sale and decided to check it out. The home belonged to a woodworker who operated a small wood crafts business. The backyard was filled with completed and unfinished projects and boxes of templates he used to make his creations. I was tempted to buy everything, but I was 3,000 miles from home. Instead, I carefully selected a few small projects I could share with you. One of the templates was for an oven rack puller shaped like a cat. I traced the pattern, making a few adjustments to the size and shape. The best wood for an oven rack puller is a durable hardwood such as oak, maple, and walnut. I had some small scrap pieces of poplar, so that's what I used to make my puller. Don't worry if you think you can't draw a cat. I have a solution for you. My printable plan includes a pattern that makes it easy. Grab the plan, print the template, and trace it onto your board. It's that simple. I'll leave a link for this whiskered companion in the description box. This tool tote is perfect for almost anyone on your gift list. For a new homeowner or aspiring do-it-yourselfer, you can pair it with tools like a hammer, tape measure, and screwdriver set. For gardeners, add gloves and pruners. For crafters, include art supplies like paints, brushes, or a glue gun. And for car enthusiasts, add detailing supplies like rags, waxes, and polishes. Inspired by vintage license plates I had left over from another project, this wooden tool tote is a unique way to store your tools while showing off your state pride. You can also make the sides out of wood for a traditional look. I used repurposed pieces of pine to make my tote. My boards have nail holes, paint remnants, and other imperfections, so you don't need to worry about using new wood. I think the blemishes give it more character, complementing the vintage license plates. Don't worry if you don't have old license plates to use for your project. You can usually find them at garage and estate sales, thrift stores, and flea markets. I've found some great plates for just a few bucks at these places. If you don't have any luck there, you can always buy them online at sites like eBay and Etsy. I wanted a rustic look for my project, so I applied an aged wood accelerator which gave the tote a warm brown color. I'll leave a link for the tool tote in the description box. Do you know someone who struggles to keep their phone upright while watching a video or following a recipe? Or do they like to have their phone within reach to check their notifications? I have the perfect solution, a wooden phone stand. When I started Saws on Skates in 2015, one of the first plans I shared was a simple tablet holder made from scrap wood. Recently it was sitting on my kitchen counter, and an idea hit me. What if I put my phone in it? To my surprise, it fit perfectly. Then another thought crossed my mind. Why hadn't I done this sooner? I made a few tweaks to the original design, grabbed some scrap wood lying around my shop, and just like that, I had a functional and free phone stand. Not only does this holder store your phone, but there's also a slot for the charger cord so you can always keep your device powered up. The best part about this project is that you can use just about any scraps lying around your shop. I used pieces of pine for my stand, but any wood will work, such as oak, cherry, and walnut. I'll leave a link for the phone stand in the description box. Looking for an easy way to spruce up your walls without spending a lot of money? Then this picture frame with a shelf is perfect for you. Use the frame for wedding photos, family portraits, or your favorite prints. The shelf is excellent for displaying keepsakes, awards, or other small decorations. And it makes a great gift, too. I mentioned earlier that a buddy of mine owns several vacation rentals. One day, we found a rustic frame with an attached shelf while thrifting for pictures to decorate the walls of one of his units. He didn't know what he would do with it, but it was only $3, so he got it. While he was contemplating where to hang it, I was thinking, I bet I could make one of these. I made a few small tweaks, such as making the opening a standard 8x10 size, and for aesthetics, I increased the space between the top of the frame and the molding. Here are a few ideas for using this project. Frame wedding photos or family portraits and display mementos. Showcase your child at a sporting event or their artwork and display awards or medals. Memorialize a pet and display their collar or favorite toys. Or frame a print or map and display travel souvenirs. I'll leave a link for the frame plan in the description box. Give them the power to conquer any project with a handy cord holder. Include a brand new extension cord and level up their DIY game. The most unexpected places can spark inspiration, like during a lazy Sunday afternoon when I stopped at a brewery that I'd never been to before. I was enjoying a pint when I noticed a handmade extension cord holder sitting high on a ledge. I asked the server if she knew anything about it. She didn't, but said I could take it down if I wanted a closer look. When she gave the okay, I pushed a stool over, reached up, and snapped a pic. I was impressed by the holder's simplicity and pleasing curved shape, so I went home and quickly sketched out my own design, slightly tweaking the shape to give it a more uniform look. I use mine to store a 100-foot extension cord, but you could also use it to organize Christmas lights. Don't worry about drawing the cord holder's curved shape. I've got you covered with a template in the printed plan. Just print it, cut it, trace it onto your plywood, and cut it out with a jigsaw. It's that easy. I'll leave a link for the extension cord holder in the description box. Do you know someone who likes to keep their kitchen organized? Then you need to check out this wall-mounted trash bag dispenser. It's the perfect solution for keeping bags neatly rolled and out of the way, but easily accessible when needed. Artificial intelligence is everywhere these days, so I decided to have some fun with it. I asked it to suggest a project based on ones I've already made, and it told me I should build a trash bag dispenser. I'd never thought of making a garbage bag holder, but I like a challenge, so I decided to give it a try. Here's what I came up with: an attractive way to keep your kitchen tidy while conveniently organizing your trash bags in one spot. This small, wall-mounted cabinet, accented with beadboard and cove molding, features an adjustable shelf and ample storage for bags. To get your copy of the dispenser plan, or any of the plans in this video, please visit my site sawsonskates.com using the links in the description box below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it the thumbs up. It's one of the best ways to support my building plans.